Hello everyone, welcome to the 7th episode of Veterans Talk. We have a special guest here with us today, but before that, let me put out a couple of messages. Most of the information that you need to know about upcoming events in the month of March are listed under the Florence County or the www.florencecountyveteranaffairs.com website. Other than that, about the only significant events coming up next month will be the VFW has a dance every Sunday afternoon, and they have dining Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 5 till 10:30, I think. But today we have a very special guest with us, a friend of mine, Roosevelt Wallace. He's the commander of the local Purple Heart Society.
Thank you, Randy.
How you doing?
Thank you, Randy. It's a pleasure and honor to be here with you this afternoon. The Military Order of the Purple Heart is our organization name, and we are a unique group, as you know.
Yeah, obviously.
One requirement is to be wounded in combat to receive this award. Our local chapter in Florence, chapter number 1890, we regularly meet once a month.
Where do y'all meet at?
We meet the first Saturday each month at Western Citizen Steakhouse off David McLeod Boulevard.
Right.
We usually meet about 11 o'clock and have lunch, and then the meeting starts at 12 o'clock. And if things go well, we out about 1 o'clock, you know. Because most people have a little honey-do list, little chores to do.
Yeah. Now, do you have an auxiliary group too?
Yes, we do. Our auxiliary group is down right at the moment, but we do have the ladies auxiliary that the Purple Heart recipient wife can join. Okay. Also, their children can join. Okay. Also, so if you got a child, once you become a member, under that member, you can have a child, a grandchild, or a great-grandchild, or your wife. Each one can join the ladies auxiliary. Okay.
One of the big questions that's going on around right now with some of the people in the community is, I guess, what kind of identification stuff do you have to become a Purple Heart recipient?
Randy, that's a very good question, and it comes up quite a bit. The requirement is that if you're wounded in combat, and your military separation paper, which most people refer to as the DD-214,
right,
and it is shown on that DD-214 that you award the Purple Heart, right, then that qualifies you. Yeah. That's the main thing that qualifies you.
And I think you were saying the other day, one of the problems is that sometimes it'll say HP.
Sometimes on some people, DD-214, they've had some problem because, and it's not their fault, Randy, first of all I want to say, but sometimes in the military they'll shortchange it. They'll kind of abbreviate and they'll put PH. Right. And our state highway department says it's supposed to say Purple Heart. Right. And that have caused some issues, but we've tried to iron them out whenever we can on that, and we have those come up.
And in that case ever comes up, they can come see me, and we can put in a thing to get it help, or you.
If it ever come up, to come see you, or if you'll contact me, and then we'll work the system. And each case, Randy, is really unique to each other. You got to work them one by one case. It's not just one size fit all. Right. But you start from when the person have problems. You start from that same procedure and move forward with it.
Okay. Now, what are some of the other things along with the tag that they can get? Now, do they have to pay for the tag? There you go.
Right now, the South Carolina has come with that registration free of charge to get the Purple Heart tag. Now, you have to have that on your 214 to get the Purple Heart tag. And along with that tag, South Carolina State allow you to park in any municipal parking space that has parking meters, and you don't have to pay the fee. Okay. Yeah. But now, some towns don't do it, and some airports don't allow you to do that. But most street parking.
And most street parking, like in Columbia.
Yes, anywhere like that, they honors that. Yeah. And that's one very good benefit. And plus, the identity to let you know that you're combat wounded vet.
Yeah. And now, how many tags can one Purple Heart recipient get?
Our law, our state of South Carolina says 2 tags. 2. Okay. Now, I've told you Mike can get 3 tags to some degree, but the general rule is 2 tags per Purple Heart recipient.
Yeah. And then now, we were talking the other day about, and I get this question sometimes, if the spouse passes away, the veteran passes away, can the spouse keep the tag?
Now, according to the rule that I've read, Randy, the spouse can keep the tag. Now, what the rule says is the spouse is supposed to re-register the vehicle in her name, and show the appropriate paperwork, and she can maintain the Purple Heart tag.
Okay, okay. Now, how about is there any other benefits from the Purple Heart?
Randy, there's a lot of benefits from the Purple Heart. One specific benefit that's a great benefit to most veterans is, and a lot of don't know, I didn't know for a long time, is in the state of South Carolina, when you're a Purple Heart recipient and you have school-aged children, they can attend a state-supported school, tuition-free, college or technical college in the state of South Carolina. And that's a big saving.
That's a big saving.
And that's one message we're really trying to put out there that our veterans will know.
So in other words, for example, you're a Purple Heart recipient.
Yes.
That means that your children can go to college for free.
My children, not
in the state of South Carolina.
In the state of South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your children, not your grandchildren. Yeah. Your child or your adopted child.
Okay.
Can
Adopted
go.
child.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the taxes and stuff like that? I hear a lot about that.
The Purple Heart doesn't really give you an exemption per se on tax. Now, one of the things that people ask about that, and a lot of Purple Heart recipients is on disability. Now, that's a different area.
That's a different area.
And that comes with tax exemption.
Right.
But some of the things the Purple Heart is involved with, and we try to put the word out, is that, first of all, the tuition exemption for your child. That's a big one. All right. Now, your grandchild and your great-grandchild, if you are a member of the Purple Heart, Military Order of the Purple Heart, we have a Military Order of the Purple Heart Foundation that they can apply and meet the requirements. And if they approve, they can get up to about $3,000 to help with tuition assistance. And it don't have anything to do with the other part of the assistance that you're receiving.
Right. Well, approximately how many members do you have in the area?
Our chapter here locally in Florence, and we kind of service the surrounding area. We got members from Marlborough County, Chesterfield County, Marion. I think we got one from Lee County, and we kind of from the area in Florence and Darlington. And we got 50 active lifetime members on our roll. And we always recruiting and trying to get others. Now, one of the main things we're trying to do is anyone who has a Purple Heart, we want them to understand it's not a requirement that they join our organization. We would like them to. That's what everybody wants. That's just what they want. But the main thing, what we do is we try to share with them whatever information comes down from the national headquarters or from the state headquarters that may be a benefit to them. And from time to time, you get a lot of benefits come down. I was at my last department meeting, and they were sharing with us that if you are a Purple Heart recipient, and they told us it's a procedure, and I don't have the number with her now, if you're flying on an airplane, and you have to call in and let them know ahead of time, they will check out your schedule. And when you have to change plan at an airport, they would have somebody to come and assist you.
Right.
Because you are a Purple Heart recipient. So there's a lot of little things. We also have we trying to help the needy vets.
Yeah, that's a big one.
We also get out in the community and trying to help even beyond the vets. But our main focus is the needy vets. Every week we try to, every month when we meet, one of the things we try to do is talk about whether there's a comrade in distress. And if someone's in distress, we want someone to try to go out, check them out, see what the need are, see if we can assist them. And we try to partner with the other service organizations also, because sometimes they have this veteran in distress. And when we can, we assist in that also.
Right. And one of the reasons why these guys need to join your organization and many of the other organizations is because these laws and things are always changing. We're always lobbying to try to get it better. And a lot of times it is getting better, and there are still a lot of things that needs to be worked on, but they need to keep up to date because there may be some benefit that they're entitled to now that they weren't before.
Randy, the one thing that I wish that every veteran can think about, when you first join the Army, you start off with a squad, a team, then a squad, then a platoon, then you got the company before you became a battalion and a brigade. What I'm saying there is unity, together you have more strength.
That's right.
Our organization, the Military Order of the Purple Heart, we are there We push for legislation. We got lobbying group. We got people that push to we even file claims. We assist veterans. We help with transportation. We help whatever we can. But when we partner with the other veterans organizations to try to support them, if there's a veteran out there can just understand, through an organization, you can get better direct information.
That's right.
And you can get more strong assistance by coming involved. Sure, you have to be we have to meet the requirement to be a member of the Purple Heart, but we give information to any veterans.
That's right.
Anybody. We're not quarantining down just the Purple Heart recipient. That is our main goal, and you have to be that to be a member of. But we're trying to help whomever we can, and that's what we're all about. We're all in this together now.
Okay. Yeah. I think, do y'all have a convention or something that y'all do once a year? Or?
We have, first of all, we have our chapter meeting once a month.
Right.
We have our executive meeting in the state every quarter, which our commander, he has in the state, that's 4 times a year. All right. Then we have a state convention once a year. Our state convention this year will be held in Charleston, South Carolina. And it'll be Mother's Day weekend, as people refer to it. They can remember that better, which is the first weekend in May. And it starts on a Thursday and ends up on Sunday. And of course, that is when all the chapters in the state come together. Now, in the state, I believe it's 12 to 14 chapters, and sometimes that changes because if you don't meet your requirement number of membership, you kind of lose one. Then every now and then we're trying to recruit to bring one in. But we got, my last meeting, I believe I was told we got something like 1,100 members in the state. Now that's all over the state. Right. And what we try to do is get the word out to the local people, the local veterans, to let them know where we're at here in Florence. And we want to serve the surrounding area. And we try to do whatever we can to bring recognition, dignity, and support to the veteran family. And that's what we're all about.
Yeah. And one of the things, like me and you were talking about earlier, regardless of whether it's the Purple Heart, if they're eligible to join that, or if they can get into the VFW, the American Legion, the Marine Corps League, any of these different organizations, they need to get in there, especially some of these younger guys, because that gives them someone to communicate with. And as you know, like we were saying,
Randy, one of the things that I went through, getting out of the military, you had a buddy.
That's right.
When you get out of the military, your buddy's not there. You need someone you can relate to. Most time you can relate with another vet.
That's right.
That's it. Now, there's some discrepancy between the age groups of the World War I, the World War II, the Korean conflict, the Vietnam, and the Afghan, and all of that. But we all veterans. We all got a commonality together.
That's right.
Sometimes we run into a little thing where some say combat, non-combat. What I say is, if you're a veteran,
that's right.
If you put on the uniform, that's the way I honor. If you put on the uniform, to me, you was a veteran.
That's right.
And what we're trying to do is relate to you, talk to you, share with you. I learned, Randy, of all the information that I've ever learned in the literature that I have, if I don't share it with someone and I don't wake up in the morning, what good is it?
That's right.
So that's why I strive every day to try to get out and help somebody.
Yeah, and we need everybody's help.
We need everybody, and everybody can do something.
That's right.
That's the thing.
That's right. And the way I look at it, if you're a person that don't have a hard time of dealing with some of the things that you may have been through or had to do, you're the person we need more than anybody, because you got these people out there that are having a hard time dealing with this stuff.
Randy, one of the toughest things that I had to deal with is I had a neighbor, and he was a Purple Heart recipient, and he was isolated, and he didn't talk to many people, and I didn't know it. I speak to him. Yeah. I didn't know it. I tried to make conversation. He didn't talk to him. I recognized he was a veteran one day when I saw him over to Florence at the clinic, and that began our conversation. So, man, I've probably been known for 10 years.
Right.
So I'm just saying, to any veteran out there, you need to talk to your neighbor. You need to talk and try. We need your help in pulling that person out of the woods. That's what I call it, because I can't go in every place and you can't be in every place. But we got people out there is in every place that we can communicate. And what I try to do, Randy, is help a vet whenever I can. And oftentimes I've had veterans say, "Well, what can I do to help you back?" I said, "Well, help another veteran."
That's right.
And that's the way you'll be appreciated. You don't owe me nothing. Help another veteran. And if each one would try to help one, just think about where we would be.
That's right. Maybe we would cut down on that suicide rate that
We
we've
would
got
cut
with
down
veterans.
on a lot of it.
Yeah.
Think about you got people who isolate themselves,
That's
who used to talk. And I know you might be wondering why they don't. But what I want to share with you is don't fear trying to engage with them somehow. There's many ways of engagement. If there's any kind of activity going on, invite them. To what I do, if there's a younger vet that I can't talk to for whatever reason, sometimes I'll wear my old military hat. I'll wear a cap, or I'll wear my military or the Purple Heart cap, or I'll wear a Vietnam cap, anything to start conversation. Sometimes I can't start a conversation there. If it's a younger person, I have 2 granddaughters. I'll talk with them and see if they can start a conversation. Somehow invite them into something. It don't make any difference. What do you invite them into? If you have a cookout, if you have something going to church, if you have something going on downtown, if you got a parade going on, if you got a ball game going on, they like something. That's one thing you got to remember. They do like something. And one of the greatest things that I found in the last few years that for veterans is if you see one of those guys who are very isolated and he's a veteran, you walk up to him and shake his hand and say, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
And if you had never seen a smile from that guy, you will see one.
That's right.
That's been a great issue.
That's a good thing. Yeah. Well, Roosevelt, is there anything that you want to put out that in particular with the Purple Hearts here, or are we pretty much covered about all of it?
Well, Randy, what I want to say is anybody who was awarded Purple Heart or know of someone awarded Purple Heart, makes no difference of the age. If they will contact me or you and you let me know whoever, we were trying to assist them. You'd be amazing that people are sitting back and because they had not a good experience back in the past, for whatever reason, they're turned off. We are the ones that's got to break that barrier, get to that person, get them some help. Sometimes it'd be the wife, at least I've had it happen, the wife of an elderly man. She said, well, he said he was a veteran. I said, well, was he a veteran? And that's a start.
Right.
And sometimes be the wife of a young man who came out of the area and the wife don't know all about him. Either way, if you can open up the conversation, that is a start.
Right.
That is a start.
And a good example of that right there, what you was talking about, I was at a golf course one day and I had this elder gentleman that was following us around picking up balls, you know, I think he was there all the time. And I just asked him, I said, you know, thinking, you know, I said, are you a veteran, sir? And he said, yeah, he was a Korean War veteran.
Yes.
And I asked him, I said, do you go to the VA? Do you do this? Do you do that? And he was like, no. He says, I don't talk about it. I don't want to be around anybody to talk about it. He said, I was on the front line in Korea, and every time I talk about it, all I do is think about that. And I can understand that, you know, but that's not to say that that man does not need help. Well, see, now, I may not be the person that can do it, but somebody can reach out and touch that guy.
Well, what we've had many experiences similar to that.
That's right.
One of them we was out and we ran into a man. He was cleaning the window, and just kind of spoke to him and asked him, "Are you a veteran?" He said, "Yeah." We start the conversation. That started the conversation, and as we got into the conversation, he would start sharing some not good experience that he had with some people he had energized with. Wow. So my buddy and I were together, so we listened. We listened. We didn't say anything. We listened, but we got him to open up. From that particular point, we got this man to sign up for VA health care because he didn't have it. And this man was in his late 60s. Should have been receiving it a long time.
A long time ago.
But for whatever reason, something happened. That's why I say anybody, everybody can do something. Everybody can help.
That's right.
And that's what I try to be out amongst people all the time. I try to wear a cap or wear something. I let people know I'm a veteran. And I try to wear my distinguished Purple Heart cap. You know, I try to do that. It shows up a medal of it, you know. But beyond that, it starts a conversation. And Randy, one of the things that I experienced back a few years ago, about 10 years ago, I had an elderly man for whatever reason I was involved, and he called me and he said, somebody told me you had a Purple Heart. I said, yes, sir. He said, can I see it? I said, yes, sir. Right there, I took my Purple Heart medallion to this man, and he was a World War II man. And he told me this is the closest he ever been to a Purple Heart medal. And the tears came in his eye.
Yeah.
But it was more than just that, what I'm going to share with you. That opened up more to talk about how we can get him some assistance. And that's what it's all about.
That's right. That's exactly
That's what it's all about. Whatever we can do to
help
share
each
with
other.
someone, that's what it's all about.
That's it. And speaking of this, helping each other, all these different organizations that we have on here are listed under www.florencecountyveteranaffairs.com. You have the Purple Heart Society listed there, the American Legion, the DAV, the Marine Corps League, all the different VFW, all of them are listed there. So, and if you can, get out there and become a member of one of these organizations and just help each other, because that's all we have is each other.
Yes.
That's it.
And one more thing I think, Randy, it's good to say, good to share with them. Our counties have veteran service officers.
That's correct.
And sometimes our people overlook that. And sometimes they don't think that our veteran service office has access to other veteran organizations. But I think it's a good thing that everybody to keep in mind that if you are a veteran, and I'm going to use this word because you did it at Reveille, report in to your veteran service organization.
That's right.
For office some time. Join some veteran service organization. Become a part. Just become a part. You don't have to lead it. That's only if you want to.
That's right.
And here's one thing I've heard a man said, and I thought about it and I thought about it. He said, you were leaders in the military. You're still leaders. The only thing different was you changed your uniform.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, one last thing I'd like to leave everybody with is something that I found out yesterday was about the retiree's ID card. I checked into it, and it is only for people that are under TRICARE.
Okay.
If you're under TRICARE, whether you're the spouse or dependent,
Right.
whenever the month before you turn 65, you need to take your, which one is it? Your Medicare card
Right.
and your ID card to Fort Sumter or your local place where you get your ID cards, and you need to get a new one. I always thought, since mine said indefinite on the front of it, it was indefinite. Well, guess what? It's not indefinite. I found that out yesterday. And other than that, I'd like to once again thank Francis Marion for everything that they do on helping us get this word out to everybody. And I think it's really working, because we're getting a lot of comments about the show here. And if anyone out there has any ideas for some things that we can do to help the show or whatever, please contact us and let us know. And talking about the organizations, one very good meeting that we have every single month is we have what we call the Veteran Council.
Yes, sir.
That's where the Purple Hearts, the Marine Corps League, and all the different organizations, VFW, or DAV, even civilian organizations that come in. The Dorn Hospital lately's been coming, and the clinic.
Yes.
And we've been, it's the third Thursday of every month at the library in, what is it, the Founder's Room, is it what it's called?
Yes,
I believe it is.
the Founder's Room.
At 10 o'clock. So if you can make that, please make that, and let's try to help our veterans in Florence County and the surrounding areas be the best place to live for a veteran anywhere.
Yeah. But Randy, I want to say one more thing that's very, very, I think, important. Some families out there, some ladies out there got a husband who's a veteran, and they sometimes not aware of things going on surrounding the veteran.
That's right.
If that veteran would join a veteran service organization, most of them have a magazine that they receive. In our organization, the military, or the Purple Heart, we have a magazine come out bi-monthly. It gives you update on legislation. It gives update on changes that happen that benefit veterans. That's right. And I think that's a very, very good way that the wives or the girlfriends, whomever, or the children. And I say, you know, if there's a wife out there and her husband not a member of the organization, ask him. If there's a child there, ask your dad about a veteran organization if your father's a veteran. I think that's another good way of getting the word out.
And if you're a parent of a child that is a veteran,
there you go.
You may need to get them involved in some of these different organizations, because we may not know some of the things that they're going through.
Very much.
Yes.
And we're here to help.
That's right.
That's the main
And
thing.
we're here to help. And thank you very much for watching us today. And once again, thank you,
I
Roosevelt.
thank you very much, too.
All right.
Thank you for inviting me.